Dominican University is one of the earliest universities in California. It is located right in Marin County, right off the signature Golden Gate Bridge. Known for its friendly campus and academic programs, Dominican also proudly holds an extended history and heritage. The university's history dates all the way back to the 1200s, when the Dominican Order was found. Saint Dominic de Guzman, the founder of the Dominican Order, was inspired to teach people and spread goodness.
His idea was to be able to tell the truth and to bring out the best in people and to teach them another way of looking at things. And he did that by creating a group who went and were educated and were to go out and preach. Preach, not preachy, but to try and help them understand, help others find where they were and then lead them to where they could be. And so that started in 1206 with women, and then in 1216 with men, and then has lasted for over 800 years. We've celebrated 800 years of the founding of the Dominican Order.
The founding of the university began when St. Joseph Sadoc Elimini was assigned a bishop of Monterey. He wanted to start a convent, so he traveled all the way to Paris first and asked some sisters to join him. Mother Mary Gomer joined him to travel to the United States and started a convent in Benicia, and later it moved to San Rafael in 1889. And it became Dominican College in 1890.
The sisters founded Dominican. The sisters came from France in 1850, and they started schools and they moved to San Rafael in 1889. And they started a school for high schoolers. They called it a college, but it was the European system. And it gradually grew, and in 1915, 1916, it became an undergraduate, a junior college, and then a four-year college for women.
Starting in 1950, Dominican first opened its graduate program to men. Then in 1971, it became fully coeducational.
I know for myself that when I stepped onto Dominican's campus, I felt like I was home. And that was before I even knew I was definitely going to come here. Living the Dominican life, now that I know a broader sense of what it means to be Dominican in our Dominican family that's global, diversity aspect, the way that Dominican is very inclusive and welcoming and also has a Catholic heritage, all those things were really important to me as a student. Dominican life, I think, can be described a little bit differently by people who've gone to school here. I think a lot of people will stress our Dominican ideals of community and study and reflection and service. So I think that's part of it, living those ideals out.
And with these four pillars in hand, Dominican University has been inspiring many students to become great leaders, scientists, artists, and athletes who can give back to their communities.
It's a foundation for which we build upon what we want to do. So for me, I'm really interested in politics and journalism. So community is so important. Reflection. What does it mean to reflect in a time where we're facing so many different things? We may be overwhelmed, but once we take time to center ourselves, what does that mean? Study. I mean, academics. I love academics, and we wouldn't be the people we are without study, without understanding and building that cross-cultural connection, building that cross-cultural communication in order to understand everyone. And service, I think that's so crucial too, to really tying it all together, right? We're not here just to make money and to do all these things and live a fast-paced life, but we're here to help other people, to learn from other people.
So the growth has been incredible. The change has been really amazing. And with that, there's still the remnants and there's still the pieces of the community that still is held forth. So whenever I talk to alums and they talk about has it changed a lot, things seem so different, I say that there's physical things that have changed, absolutely. And of course, with every new class of students, there's a whole new group of personalities and characters and talents and gifts that you get to kind of help uncover and help students to discover and students to grow. So there's differences, but there's also still a lot of similarities. I think that the role of heritage and history at a school like Dominican is so vital. I think that it connects us to something bigger beyond ourselves. I think that it helps us to celebrate the immense challenges.
It helps us to understand who we are as well as where we want to go, because we need to see where we were and to see what is the best of the past. And when we're in our own time, we don't even know what we take for granted. And sometimes you need to be able to have some kind of a longer perspective and then see and make choices. So, you know, you just don't see it all when you're there because it's just part of us. And so it's good to look back and also to see what things we want to do or what things we want to change.
History is really, really interesting and super rich. And it's made up of all these different people, like a tapestry. You know, all of these things are wound together. They're all pieces that have created what Dominican University of California is. You know, through all the changes, we used to be Dominican College, through it being a women's school and then entering into a co-educational school. All of the different programs that we now offer, all those things are built into like a fabric of what it means to be Dominican.
It's the whole idea of sustaining something in order to be able to accomplish things. It might not be accomplished in our lives, but we have to look for the next generations as well. So I think that's why the history is important to know, so that you can say, oh, it won't happen overnight, but it can happen.